What a year it's been, right? From the COVID-19 pandemic, the presidential election, and the insurrection on Capitol Hill, we have faced challenges the likes we have never seen. We had to find new ways to do old things. Our daily mission is to serve our viewers, to keep them safe, protected, and informed. We trust our entry for Station of the Year will demonstrate our mission, our work.
We are the strong ones, stronger together. This is a time for rising up, and we're doing what we've got to do, knowing love will pull us through, and we're stronger together. We rise up in our time of need. We're local, strong, and stand with our community.
Eyewitness News spends a day in your students' shoes as they ride the bus, eat lunch, and do extracurricular activities. And then join us live as Tri-State educational leaders answer your questions. Back to school, new lessons, an Eyewitness News live primetime special.
The first coronavirus COVID-19 cases have been confirmed now in the Tri-State.
The one-year anniversary no one wants to celebrate. But even as the anniversary approaches, one thing continues to hold us together: hope.
In a highly unusual step, the CDC will be screening passengers at 3 airports for a mysterious new virus.
More than 200 now dead and nearly 10,000 confirmed cases. Fears continue to grow over the coronavirus.
Now to that first reported death from the coronavirus in the Tri-State.
For the first time now since World War II, there will be no West Side Nut Club Fall Festival in Evansville. Now the vaccination program is underway, Deaconess, and in the Tri-State. It's a great moment.
Thank you for tuning in to Eyewitness News as we took a look back and set our eyes on the future. Coronavirus then and now.
Since the beginning of the pandemic, Eyewitness News has provided a calming voice to make sure that you get the facts you need.
And even now, with light at the end of the tunnel, it's important to keep you and your loved ones safe and informed.
Stay with Eyewitness News as we continue to bring you facts, not fear.
An Evansville native was part of those protests today in Washington, D.C.
One gentleman told me, said that they resisted until they got inside, and once they were inside, they just had let them walk through.
We can get some satisfaction that if this person's been doing this in other locations, at least he's off the street.
Evansville police say one person has been arrested after a massive fire ripped through the Diamond Flea Market Friday night.
News doesn't stop when the newscast ends. At Eyewitness News, when we start a story,
Eyewitness News' Shelley Kirk has been on the scene for us tonight.
Well, Brandon, you can see right now firefighters still on the scene, very much an active scene.
we follow it to the end.
Now, right now, you can see that the scene is much calmer. A lot of the firefighters now are getting ready to roll up their hoses.
I love you and I miss you. And I know one of these days we're going to meet in heaven.
The intersection of US 41 and Covert Avenue turned deadly Monday afternoon. Police say a pickup truck was traveling northbound on US 41 when police believe it ran a red light on Riverside and hit the SUV at the Covert intersection.
We believe that the SUV was stopped or slowed in traffic, and the pickup truck was traveling at a high rate of speed.
It sounds like something straight out of a movie. A man and woman hitting 7 businesses in just over 4 hours, walking in with a gun and then disappearing into the night. A woman wearing all black and holding a gun, and a man wearing black clothes with red shoes walked into a convenience store in Casey, Illinois. Over the next 4.5 hours, they would move to Terre Haute, Indiana, hitting several more businesses.
The police have been down here obviously looking for somebody all day. And there is 2 people between Deesner and Dogtown that have came out of somewhere. One guy's limping, and they're walking up the road.
The Sheriff's Office, Indiana State Police, and Evansville Police searched for 28-year-old Cade Kirk and 27-year-old Diana Elmers after authorities say Elmers fired at a deputy who tried to detain the pair.
Live from Eyewitness News, your local election headquarters, this is Election Night 2020.
Welcome and thanks for joining us for our special live streaming coverage of Election Night 2020. Let's introduce our Election Night team now. Eyewitness News' Jake Boswell is in Louisville at Senator Mitch McConnell's Election Night headquarters. Amanda Decker reports from our Owensboro newsroom assigned to Amy McGrath's campaign. Mike Pickett is covering local races in Western Kentucky.
Noah Alatza is in Evansville and Vanderbilt County watching races there.
And our guest political analyst, Dr. Robert Dion, Associate Professor of Political Science at the University of Evansville, will add context and commentary throughout the evening.
A lot on the line tonight, not only nationwide, but right here in the tri-state area.
And we are keeping an eye on all of it. We have reporters all across the area right now watching all of those local races, state races, and of course the national races as well.
Brad and Shelley, this evening things are getting busier than they have been, at least. It's been a quiet night. This is a media-only event.
Donald Trump is ahead by about 1 million votes in the popular vote right now. But you see, as when it comes to the electrical count, and this is what matters tonight, remember 270 to win, Biden right now at 89 and Trump at 63.
This is something that shouldn't be happening this frequently, and it's not sitting well, I think, with the better part of the American people.
The radar, the graphics, the storm tracker, it takes a lot of technology to bring you the most accurate forecast in the tri-state. But all the technology in the world wouldn't mean anything if you didn't have a talented team to make it all work. The other guys may try to dazzle you with shiny graphics and expensive sounding equipment. Well, we've got that too, but we also have the most important tool, experience.
Now, from your weather authority, Chief Meteorologist Wayne Hart.
These updrafts are spinning pretty quickly as they rise and producing these funnel clouds, and because the air is so moist, these funnel clouds have an easier time touching down in the area, and there is still a little rotation left on this. So you can see it as it crossed Indiana Route 66 to the east of Newtonville.
A storm in the blink of an eye.
The whole roof of our garage started flying up, and I turned around and tried to run and tripped over a ladder and got hit as I was falling by the roof of the garage. I crawled as fast as I could to safety.
Jesse says he has some advice as severe weather season continues.
Be aware and watch the news.
And now, your sports authority with Randall Parmley.
Evening, everybody. One of the most tradition-rich softball programs in southern Indiana has roared back to life. The Boonville Pioneers are back in the state finals, and they will play for a 3A championship on Friday night. Now, that's a pretty impressive feat for first-year head coach Kalen Chapman. It's the Pioneers' third trip to the championship game.
So is it kind of like getting it away from it all, just giving you just a little bit of a break before you really gear up?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's great to just have a week at home. The Olympic trials and the Olympics are both 8-day meets, so very, very exhausting, both physically and emotionally.
I want to talk about Annie. She's a teammate. You have been a mentor to her, and you gave her a big hug last week.
Didn't think she was too much of a threat, and then all of a sudden she comes back and starts training with us, and she keeps getting better and better and better and better. So to the point where we're, basically the top 2 breaststrokers in the world.
2 yellow pages filled with the shaky cursive writing that comes with age. It was signed, "A very lonely vet, Leroy Hogg." He had a simple request: Christmas cards. You could send one to Mr. Hogg, send it to me here at the station. I'm sure it will bring a 99-year-old World War II veteran comfort and joy. I finally got all my cards opened and read. It was a lot of fun, and I'm so grateful. I just wish there was enough words to tell you how much I appreciated this. I'll never forget you. Thank you so much. The Old Sarge, Leroy Hogg.
Cold weather is here. Do you know that thousands of tri-state kids go through winter without proper winter clothing? How can you help? The Santa Claus Club is a local organization that's clothed over 74,000 local kids in need. For every $100, a child receives a new hooded coat and all the clothing to keep them warm this winter. To learn more or to make a donation, visit our website and tune into the 74th Annual Santa Claus Club Telethon, December 6th from 4 to 6 p.m. on ABC 25.
From the Ohio through the back roads to the cornfields, a coming heartbeats down inside of you and me. And no matter where we go, the tri-state's in our souls. Who we are keeps us connected to this place. And I'm loving, living local. It's the only kind of air I wanna breathe. I'm living local 'cause it's where I love to be.
5, 4, 3, 2.
The most watched, the most trusted. It's more than a slogan, it's our mission.
A lot's going on these days. That's why you need a news team you know, a news team you can trust.
At Eyewitness News, we get to the heart of the story, bringing you the facts you need to know.
And when the weather turns ominous, count on your weather authority to be there.
We are Eyewitness News, the most watched,
the most trusted,
everywhere you are.